John, do you know what I do? I can help you, Jimmy, and you can help me.
That was a clip from Black Mass. It's the true story of criminal James Whitey Bulger.
Is Johnny Depp's latest makeup job worth a trip to the theaters? Here to tell us is our movie critic, Will Loper.
Well, luckily, the glow-in-the-dark contact lenses are not the best part about Johnny Depp's performance this time around, and the story of criminals and federal corruption manages to be rather engrossing as well. So Johnny Depp gets top billing, and his character, who's evil incarnate, is fun to watch, but the more interesting side of the story is federal agent John Connolly, played by Joel Edgerton, who we saw in that clip there. Connolly strikes a deal with Whitey Bulger that Bulger will give information on rival criminals in exchange for law enforcement keeping their hands off Bulger. Now, Bulger pretty much becomes a kingpin. He gets near immunity while getting all his enemies taken down. Now, you think they can't keep this up for very long, and yet they keep getting away with it. So the story to me is fascinating. The characters, a little less so. Most are either good or bad. We don't get too much more insight into them than that. Maybe a little bit more time fleshing out characters rather than adding flesh makeup to Depp would have helped the movie out.
Okay, so, gosh, what did you rate it then?
I gave this 3.5 demon contact lenses out of 5. I mean, these things, when you look in Johnny Depp's eyes, are terrifying, so. But no, I liked it. Didn't love it, but I liked it a lot.
Okay.
Plot takes the way. Speaking of plot, so Everest is the next movie up. What do you think?
Well, if you're looking for spectacle, this is definitely the movie for you. If you're looking for a little more character development, again, unfortunately, this movie lacks that as much as the peak of Everest lacks oxygen. So Everest tells a story of man versus nature, and boy, does man lose. It's based on the true story of a spoiler alert, a true story of a 1996 expedition by several commercial climbing groups. They began offering guides to the summit for a hefty price. One character pays $65,000 for the privilege. So the mountain, it sort of becomes overcrowded, an enormous storm rolls in, and you'll start thinking, you know, scraping your windows during a Wisconsin winter isn't that bad after all. Now, it's nail-biting the whole way through. If you're scared of heights, this will be an experience for you. There isn't much of a happy ending. I mean, there is a little bit, but the message that I came away with is you have to be absolutely insane to try to climb Everest.
You told me this morning this was 2 hours of a straight panic attack.
It's a panic attack, yeah, if that's what you're looking
so
for.
So if you're into that kind of
If you're
thing.
into that, great, go see it, yeah. And definitely this is a movie for the big screen, so.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes.
Okay, so what did you rate this?
3.9 Indiana Jones rope bridges out of 5. You saw on the trailer there, they were climbing across a rope bridge, and that's all I could think of. Indy.
Okay, and next.
Uncle John. So.
Shot in your neck of the woods.
This is
Right,
huge.
just right around the corner from Grandma's house, yeah. So it was really crazy, sort of surreal, looking at this movie and seeing sort of roads I've driven on thousands of times before. The Eagle Inn in Prairie du Sac, you'll also notice a variety of other local landmarks. So John Ashton, he stars as Uncle John. The movie opens with John covering up a murder of a man named Dutch, and the rest of the movie, we start to piece together exactly what happened. Meanwhile, John's nephew, Ben, works in Chicago, and the two stories sort of unfold separately for a good chunk of the movie until they merge in the second act. So it's a slow burner, it's very well acted and well shot, and worth checking out for nothing else but to see a revenge thriller unfold right in our backyard.
So what'd you give this then?
I gave this one 4 yogurts with a headband out of 5. Nephew Ben's life sort of revolves around animating a dancing yogurt cup with a headband.
Did you go meet the folks at Hilldale?
They came out.
The Q&A went
Eric
well?
Crary, they came out and talked about the movie after it showed, and it was really great hearing how they made it.
Said, look, that's Will Loper.
Famous Will Loper.
They didn't notice me, no.
All right, you got a lot of stuff to watch.
I do.
All right,
I do.
so what's coming up?
The Intern with Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro comes out next week. We'll see.
Robert De Niro.
Bobby D.
Okay.
As his friend.
That's exactly.
As we call him in
exactly.
the biz.
All right. Thank you, Will.
Thanks.